See, some things are like the important by passing the custom one. Let's say like we are just like looking for the employee details. Now we are just searching the employee details by the name wise. Okay, so how we are doing the search? We are just need to create the custom method, na. So what will pass here? The return type then. Return type will be the like list of employees, because we are not looking for the single employees here. And the method name, like let's say like I'm just looking for find by. The thing is what, see, whenever like you are looking for any column, how it will find out whether which column like you are looking there. Correct, in a custom queries. So this is one like the custom method, na. Whenever you are passing the custom method, let's say my parameter is what. So this is doesn't matter what parameter, like the name. Our model wala parameter name is what? E-name, na. That in a model like we pass the E-name. Here I am using the name because this is one like the one part of parameters only. It is not part of your column. Correct. But when you are passing the method name, na, it need to understand. You cannot give it like the here like any name, like whenever like you are giving like something, na. Find the employee name. So what it will do here? It will look for this one column. It means the name is going to compare with this column, EMP name. Understood? Like the naming convention, like what it is saying in a Spring. While you are passing any like method, the custom method inside like the repo, like what you have to do, find by, or after by like you have to pass your the column name, which column like you are looking. Correct? If you want like the two columns, so what you have to pass in between. Let's see, here I'm looking for like the name, na, only. So I'll pass, I think our property name is E name, na. But you know the naming convention, the first letter must be correct. So it will go into your the table and it will check for your E name wala column. That E name wala column now it will compare with the name. So see, basically when will come into this part, that is on a fetch EMP, na, here. The search wala form I think need it na over there, like to add it. So here tell me like how the form will work there. First of all tell me here the part of this. We'll take only the one field. Input type is equals to. So how it will take this name now? Let's say I'm not taking the th field because we are not taking whole reference, na. We are just passing only the single thing from it. So how it will take like the reference? Let's say like I'm passing the name as name only, which is doesn't matter, which is part of only the parameters only. This is not your the parameter name. I'm just taking anything over there. Let's say it will be like the string only. So how it is matching this like the parameter with the controller? When the controller will look for this parameter, yeah, do you remember that like when we are taking like the object of that like the employee or like something, we are passing the model attributes, correct? So it just like checking which are the model and which model like we are getting reference over there. But here this is not model, na. EMP is just like kind of property only. So how it will compare over there then? Request? Yes. So it's want like the one data, one annotation that is request param. So request param, it will just load this parameter, which are the parameter like you are looking. So here like no need to pass the path variable, na, basically. We are not looking for the path variable here. We'll just go for the request. We are just passing for like the one parameter. Now whenever you are passing some parameter, you have to just go for the request param. There are basically two annotations, that is request param and param. What is the difference between them? Request param, it will take the parameters which you pass inside it, the formula. The param, what it will take? Param, it is binding you the column. Whenever like you are just asking na that query wala part, the query I want. In a query you are passing, let's say like I'm asking how the like clause wala query you will write SQL wala, just tell me. SQL query, tell me like. How to use the like clause in SQL? What query will look? Select asterisk from employee where name like this. So whenever like when you are looking for some parameter inside name like this, so which name parameter you are looking? So that parameter is binding by using the param annotations. Understood? Which you are taking from the user in SQL queries. So in that cases, like we required only the param. Understood? And the request parameter is binding the normal parameters, which parameter you are passing. Clear? We will see like that here, like we will just look for the request param only. After that, like when we'll pass the query, so in that, like I'll show where the param is needed. Request? And that request body is needed in a REST controller, like will take it. Whenever like you are loading the main body, let's say you are loading the employee object into somewhere. So that time we are passing the request body. You are loading the employee whole objects. Yes. But that it is not required here. Like it is required in REST wala part, in REST controller. It is not needed here in a family. In a REST controller, it is needed. Without request body, if you are going, so like the body, the object will not pass to there in a table. So in that cases, it is required in a REST wala part. We'll see, don't worry, when we'll go for the REST wala part, so don't worry about it. We'll go through that, like how that things are going. Okay, so that this parameter, name wala parameter I'm passing. So to bind this parameter, like I use which parameter? That is annotation. Here we have to use, we have not used it. So like we have to use the request param annotation. But how to pass it now? Like see, the form I have passed here. This one, I'll take one break tag. What action we have to pass? Let's say search. Okay, and method is, let's say post. So here now I'm taking the alpha of the button. Just go with the Ajax otherwise. Search, correct? So tell me the control wala part, like how it will take now. The search wala action. Postman. Yeah. So after the fetch, we'll pass the post mapping. This one, search. One method, like what it will return? String only, because we are returning the page, family page we are returning here. So after that, like we'll pass in, let's say the search by name. And here I'm looking for the parameter. So let's say I'm passing the string. Which parameter we are binding from the name? Name it is. So see, like name, what it is name here? We don't know what it is. Name it is like some external parameter to bind this with the form. We are using the request param. So in the request param, like we are taking the reference of that, that is which reference? Name. So now the name wala property will get binded from your form. Correct? So it will identified here. The next, what it will do here? I think we have done this repo wala part here. The next, tell me about the service. It is the employee service, here. Method is list of employee, find employee by name, one string wala parameter. Correct? Next, we'll come to the implementation. Tell me this logic. Repo dot, we are calling which method? Find by ename, and we are passing this name here. Here will not return null, will return this data. So they return like the list of data which will get that match with this name. Next, the controller, like how it will take the action there now. Here service dot find employee by name. So then name will pass, and we have to pass into the list. It will return like the list of employee. Again, like need to share the reference from it, because when it will look into that page, into the HTML page, it will check for the reference. So we'll take one more parameter, model. Here m dot add attributes, will pass one reference. See, here we have to check what reference we have to pass there. While we are loading like all the employees, what reference was there? EMPS. So just try to pass like the same reference, because we are searching by like the same reference only. We will not take like the other different reference over there. You can take this object different, it will be fine. But when we are sharing into the like the reference, that will be like the same with your fetch wala. Next, what it will return now? Redirect or return? Is both are same? Return and redirect both are same. Return will it will just like render the page, na? Redirect it just like redirecting that page. So both are totally different over there. So we have to be like return the page, na? This one. We are returning the fetch employee. Yes, obviously post mapping is going there, na? After submit it will reload the page. Okay, so this page will get written. The next thing is what? Is anything else here? The name is going from this data. Check the form fetch EMP wala. Is there anything else here? Same, na? It's anything else here? We'll run it first, we'll check. See, when we are searching for the employees, na, so sometime here the manager wala reference, it should be get like the null there. We'll check, we'll run it first. Okay, so like we'll just go into the page. Which request we have to take it? Fetch EMP, na? First need to like load the page. Which one? Slash, no? There is nothing, anything. One record was there only. Let's add more record. Add EMP. John is there, no? Already. Correct. So we'll just check over there. So can I just search by the single character here? Yes. We'll take the single character. So if I just search by the R, so will it give the Rahul there? This is your repo, na? Just check the repo. It is not following the like clause, na? There. It will look for you the where clause. Where this the name we are looking, na? When we search for this, so there is no data. Correct, even data is also going. See how to handle this data. So when I'll just put the Rahul, then only it will work. Otherwise it will not work. But the data is going from this text box again. How to handle it? No. From the text box wala. text box or data is going na after searching. After the post method, data is like going. It is getting null only na, the empty, this box. In a JSP, like we did something na, that param like we had used.
But here you are clicking on search now.
After submit it is going na, it should be keep. So see, you can do one thing.
So you are searching now, means you clicking on search button, so it will go.
So that we want the solution, like how to keep it that. After posting it is going, that we know it is going, like after posting it is loading your page na, so of course it will go. But how to keep it like, because the same thing was happen in a JSP also. When we have submitted the field na, I think drop down list like we were taking and we passed like this.form.submit. That time also it was reloading your the page na, and the text was going. But again we have keep it like by using the param method we had used there. Which one?
First we have to configure that word searching. It will work on word searching, na? Not on these.
So here like this is like the one text box. Now see like what we should be do. Let you think like what you will do there. Can I take like this? See, this is the name like which we are getting from the form, na? If I take it like in a reference, then add attribute reference. I'll again like send to that page, na? Which will keep the values that is same. Correct? So like we'll pass the same name only. The name wala field, na? So here need to think where on a fetch emp. In this one, na? th. So use the time leaf, na? Th value. What it will take? Dollar name. It is like the reference, na, which is shared by that form. It should be keep or not. We just take the reference na, and we are returning like the same page only. So this was like the main page. When I look for the R, it is keeping there. All the characters are there as it is. Correct? So I think see like as compared to JSP, like here it is very easy to pass the data and everything. The model is taking, but here the thing is how to pass a like, where you are checking for the that is escape characters, na, that it should be in between that. So user they can search by like any characters. Height will take the place then here. So do I need to change into the repo then? Here it's looking for the where clause only. It is for your where clause. It's checking for like the whole value. So about this like need to look for the, I'll just comment this part also. Okay, here tell me. Here again like I'll take the same. So instead of passing this one, like we'll use the query annotation at the rate this one, na? Here you have to write the SQL query. Tell me the query now. Select star will take it's looking for the here reference, the alias. When we are passing like what query like we are writing, let's say select asterisk from our table name is what? Employee or EMP. We have not changed the table name, na, there. Is the same one? Same one, no? It is. So here only if I give like the one alias, that E, correct? So it will just accept only this alias over there. It will not accept the asterisk. It means like here we are fetching the all data from the employees table. Now after that you have to just look for the condition. What condition you want here? Where from E you are fetching, na? Not directly the E name. From E, which column like you are looking there? E name. Like now how will you pass the percentage wala? Single inverted. This one will take, and or just use the concat operation. 2 to 3 things are there, na? One is you are the character and 2 escape characters are there. So the concat operation is there, na, in HQL. Concat, what we have to concat there? First percentage, comma, it is escape, na, in between, and in between like we have to pass our characters, which the data we are looking. So which one like we are talking, na, basically in a query parameter, like when you are taking like the some parameter from the user inputs, so you have to take like this syntax, the colon and your parameter name. So which parameter name like we have to take it? Let's say name. So the name, colon name, it's nothing but the parameter which is looking into the repository now. But here it will again not identify the name is which is coming from this one only, the query. So for binding this query wala parameter with this parameter, na, we are using the param annotation. The param annotation is basically binding your parameter value into the this in a method wala parameter. Correct? So it will just look here which annotation like will take help here. Yes, see, can you see there? It is getting from the query. So it will look for your query wala parameter, which parameter like you are looking. The same parameter like you have to take it here then, the parameter wala. The same, in that like will pass which parameter like we are looking here? Name. Yes, understood this? So this name will compare with this name now. Correct? Which is coming from your SQL queries. Which parameter is there? Is anything else like we have to check there? The thing is what, like, see, sometimes you know, like in Java only, like we have to check for like the that is case, the uppercase and lower cases wala operations. Sometimes the user see, like if suppose if this operations like I'm giving to the HRs, so HR they will not go to like type the capital letters and small letters. Yes or no? So we want some like the ignore case, which function is there inside the Java too? The one string method is there, na, inside the Java. Equal ignore case. Correct? Equal ignore case. So like what it will do, like it will just ignore the cases, na, whether the uppercase or lower case. Now it will check because where here like I'm not looking for that one. Correct? So first we have to check whether the query is working or not. What the thing is going there. The table name, check it, table name. See, it will not look for your model, this is looking for your the table only, SQL query. Till workbench will load. How much time it is taking? It's loaded. What was the database name? Spring DB, na, that one. It is employee, no? It is in smaller case only. Yes, so like the table name is correct here. Okay, we will just rerun this. Entity employee, just the same, no? Our mapping is with the
First one cost by and in error. First one it will say employee controller.
expressed to the constructor parameter 0. Yes, it's looking for the constructor there. Make it the constructor there. So we are just fetching like the employee reference now here, so it's just like looking for the parameters inside the constructor. So we'll just go inside the employee. Here we had not passed any constructor. Generate constructor. We'll make both the constructor with parameter and without parameters for handling the empty constructor value. Application is stopped now there.
It explains this error like understand why it is showing an error.
Wait a bit, we'll check. Where? Not needed. Without value also it will go there. Not needed this value. Define declare JpaRepository not validation failed for this query for method public the string.
Using the naming convention wala.
Okay, we'll change the like name there. Oh, that service wala part here. Naming convention was there. It is employee is not taking the reference entity. No, there is not that issues. It's just asking for the query. The same it is showing, na, there the bean with the define in the file. Unsatisfied dependency. Through the constructor parameter 0, which is now it is handling there, creating bean with the name. the name employee repo define could not create query for public abstract methods find by name. It should be take here in a repository. Here it will take the parameters. It is correct one. Just note down the syntax, this param query wala syntax there. Here it is used.
Like not using instead of pointer we can write that.
No, it is correct, na? See, like.
It's correct. I was thinking like we can use without pointer also.
That also we can do here, but need to like bind it then.
Just like the query
Yes, depend on these characters. First we'll check whether it's working or not. What was that method? The slash, no, only. J. It's working, no? So for the multiple column, like how it will look then? No need to take the lower cases then. Either it will go with the upper case or otherwise again like that equal ignore case wala will require then. So how will I get like the more column than here? This one only will take it, na, the e name. Here will pass or na logical or operator or e dot like the e salary. Correct? It should be take like the both the parameters now. The salary it is in like the decimal, na? So the casting then typecast it will ask which one is the string, one more the parameter email, na? Which is the string. The typecasting is required. Then if it is decimal, just pass. How we are doing the typecasting in HQL? Which operator they are using? Casting, I think casting only. Casting, na, it is. Check there, operator casting it is, I think, into the string. Casting function is there, na, check it. Cast, na? So it will take the typecast there. Here it will go with the email ID also, na, there. So how to avoid this button now? Button. Simple is what?